evening, everyone, all the audience, and a very warm welcome to all the panelists who have spared their time for us today. It has been quite a lot of hectic schedule for all the principals, but they have eventually come over for a Ignited Minds Reinventing Learning webinar part 2. And ma'am, just to connect with the audience, I would launch a poll since just to the 10-second thing. The question says, which is the first thing you would do after lockdown?
It's gone.
It's gone. Okay, let me do it again. 8 minutes.
Okay, we can't do both. Okay.
We can't do it.
Host and panelists can't do it.
I think the panelists can't do it.
Panelists can't do it, ma'am. We have to share the results, so they are going to all.
I think it's, yeah.
Wow.
Obviously,
Obviously.
missing so much, everyone. Like.
True.
Bilkul. Okay, ma'am. So without any more taking much time, we would just introduce our panelists today. अगर मैं सारा बोलने शुरू कर दूँ, तो probably it will take entire webinar. They have got so many prestigious awards, so it's just going to be a brief introduction. So we have on the panel Dr. Anju Mehrotra, ma'am. She's the principal of Kalka Public School, Delhi. It is a huge institution, group of institutions, and ma'am is the most affectionate and adorable principal I've ever met.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So she's actually, and ma'am, your spare time you use in, I think, listening to music and gardening. That's what I found out.
Yes.
That's a great de-stressor for you, right?
Thank you. Yes, I do.
So ma'am, with 30 years of experience, over 30 years of experience, I'm sure we'll have a lot of information on, a lot of things we can learn today.
We keep learning. That's a continuous process.
Yes, that's true, ma'am. That's very true. The next on the panel is Ms. Shalini Arora, ma'am, who is the principal of VVDAV Vikaspuri, and she is heading another huge, staff and big school it is. So, and I found her very, very sorted and very clear-headed. What she wants, she wants. She's a strict disciplinarian, I feel, because whatever I have met, so but I'm sure she's very soft with the children.
Thank you.
So, ma'am is an IT freak. See, she loves to, yes, she loves to toggle with the IT thing. So I think most principals, it's become a necessary thing these days now. अगर नहीं भी पसंद है तो भी we have to, and I think most do. And
Malshri, my graduation was a BTech in computer science.
wow,
So that is why I'm a technology enthusiast.
totally.
Yeah.
Later that I turned to education and English, I did my MEs.
Wow. So I mean,
But that's a very good combination.
Absolutely fantastic, ma'am.
Yes.
Perfect for this time, no?
Good.
Very, very much needed.
Yeah, very much needed. Next, we have on the panel Monica Mehan, ma'am, who is heading ML Khanna DAV School in Dwarka. And she is also, ma'am, you have the same liking as me. You are a biology background, I'm a microbiologist. You are an environmentalist, even I'm an environmentalist. So she's also an IT person. She likes to toggle with the IT thing. And what do you do in your spare time, ma'am?
Malashri, I like to cook. I like to do a bit of gardening.
Wow.
Green thumbs at work. And then I also like to delve into the spiritual realm of life. Yeah, I find it
very good.
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am.
That connects very much, with education.
Yes. Too much. I mean, it's like blended,
Yes.
Education and spirituality. It brings a little peace and, that calmness into us.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
Lovely.
Then we
Yes.
have on panel Rashmi Malik ma'am, who is heading Salwan Public School, Gurugram branch. This is another youth school, and she has amazing sense of humor, and I
Very
love
good.
to talk to her every time I meet her. It's so refreshing and full of positivity and cheerfulness. Ma'am, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Of course, the music.
Uh, that
Whatever.
pacifies
That is the only thing, which will give us more peace.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
That's something which we
That's
do.
really nice. Then we have Vasudha, Dr. Vasudha ma'am from Udaipur. She is basically an psychology expert. Plus, she is a trained special educator. She is heading Rockwood's International School in Udaipur. So she is
Hello.
the perfect person to connect right now. With lot of counseling we need to do for our children.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
And her interests are in, she conducts meditation workshops also.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I
And
do.
what else, ma'am? What do you do?
So I read a lot. I am
Yeah.
working on 2 books on spirituality, so writing
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, and of course I do tarot reading. So with
Oh,
lot of with
wow.
lot of education things. So these
That's
are my hobbies.
that's interesting, ma'am. So one more poll, ma'am, just to connect, because we want to know what kind of audience we have today. So there
Sure.
is another poll we are going to launch. Uh, just a minute, ma'am. I'm going to relaunch. Okay, I'll launch it a little later, so we can just to brief about today's scenario. Abhi kya chal raha hai? There has been a major shift after this pandemic thing. The whole mindset of sending children to school, children going to school, years and years of mindset of going to school, reading in classrooms has completely changed. Now
Yeah,
we have homeschooling and online learning. That is the day, uh,
absolutely.
what's happening today. So I would just like to know from all of you, how did you manage this shift? इतने साल से, मतलब 35-40 years schools have been on, earlier than that, but आप लोग then within 2 months, how did you manage that shift? First agenda would be that. Then what platforms you are using, to connect with the teachers and with the students. Different grades require different kind of platforms. That is one thing. And another thing I would want, is that we really want to appreciate the amount of work, voluminous work the teachers are doing, 24/7. They are making presentations. Sudden shift with so much, in spite of, there is a technology, हमारा इतना एडवांस नहीं है. Still they're working so hard, making slides in the night, getting trained themselves, and then delivering the lectures and doing all the housework. So we really need to appreciate them. So how do you keep your teachers motivated? Because as a team leader, you would have to do that part also. So I would want to know about this. One more thing was that some issues were coming recently about, because it's a homeschooling thing, and a symbiotic relation has to be maintained between the parent and the teachers now. There is a homeschooling, online schooling going on, तो आपस में एक रिलेशन बनाना पड़ेगा पेरेंट्स को और टीचर्स को, ताकि स्टूडेंट को बेस्ट नॉलेज मिल सके, the best environment they should be getting. So we have to have a set of something called, rules and protocols for parents and for students. So we term is that netiquettes, so that there is not much intervention. कहीं कहीं जरूरत भी है इंटरवेंशन की, पेरेंटल इंटरवेंशन, but not too much. So just like in democracy, it's a free country. you we have freedom of expression, freedom of speech, everything, but we have a set of rules to follow. Like that, we will need a set of rules to follow now also, so the parents should abide by that, I have a feeling. And the last thing, ma'am, we would like to discuss is this is another very recent thing that has unfortunately happened. But I think it is very normal for children to be very curious. And since we have given them the freedom of internet access, you know, the freedom they have now, पहले उनको बिल्कुल रोक के रखा था, that no screen time, no internet access. And when they go to school, it's a restricted environment totally. You know, they are not going anywhere. They have a very closed, beautiful atmosphere and spiritual atmosphere we try to give them. But because now we have given them that power to explore internet, and unfortunately, the curiosity at this tender age is at peak. So they, you know, kind of move towards they don't know how to discriminate between right and the wrong, and they tend to move towards the wrong things. So they make mistakes. So how can the parents help? You know, what is the parents' responsibility or role that will, help the children to move towards the right path? ये थोड़ी सी चीजें मैम डिस्कस करनी थी आप लोगों से. So
Sure.
we would like to start with Anju Mehrotra ma'am first. मैम, हाउ डिड यू डील विद दैट सिचुएशन? आपने इतना बड़ा 2 महीने में कैसे पैराडाइम शिफ्ट कर लिया? बिल्कुल सभी ने किया है, पर वही है कि आई वुड लाइक टू नो फ्रॉम ऑल ऑफ यू, लाइक व्हाट वाज योर फर्स्ट रिएक्शन व्हेन यू हर्ड दैट इट वाज लॉकडाउन फॉर द स्कूल्स बट यू हैव टू continue with your digital thing?
See, very first thing I would say, what I'm missing is that, you know, that hug, that jadoo ki jappi, you know, what we used to do with our children. So that kind of emotional and physical touch, you know, that is something which I'm missing the most, right? And you know, there are various things. What I would like to say that, of course, this is a very pertinent issue. And there was a time, you know, when we used to talk about science, a boon or a bane. Then gradually it came as, say, technology, a boon or a bane, right? And then we were also talking about whether we should have internet or not, or to what extent, right? But since all these things, they have been happening, but seeing the present situation, I'm completely charmed and perplexed, right, at the educational scenario these days. But only, say, within 2 months, right, everything has happened. But before 2 months, right, it would have really taken nothing less than either half a year or even more than a year, right, to convince the educators or even the teachers to adapt technology, right, for teaching and learning. But now, suddenly, the entire teaching, right, is being transacted online. One pandemic has changed it all. So overnight transformation, right? It's absolutely amazing. So we need to understand that syllabus is not education. We need to unlearn everything, and new learning, which needs to be adopted, right? That will have no physical boundaries, right? A student may choose at his own choice, you know, maybe a history teacher from Calcutta, or a maths teacher, say, from Mumbai, or an English teacher from Delhi or somewhere else. So there are no physical boundaries as such, right? So everybody's network is really going to be broadened and, you know, widened. There are not going to be any geographical or say physical boundaries in that. But what I feel is that this inevitability of drastic changes in education system, you know, is now very, very clear to everyone. Teaching and learning would never be the same, certainly, you know, post-corona, after, say, when we come back, you know, and now we need to understand about these changes. So we feel that there are actually, you know, 2 types of changes. One is that the desired change, which we feel that we bring about, you know, that change. When we feel that the change is required and we bring about that change. And the other is always the undesired change, which is actually forced upon us. So we see this present situation, you know, in a very different way. So this change that has come up, this is we cannot say that this is something what has been imposed on us, or a very say a different kind of a change. So what I feel here is, you know, that this lockdown, when we come back after this, probably the things would not be the same. So the ever increasing intrusion of ICT, that has really intruded in our lives now, would transform the infrastructural, right, and professional environment in schools. And this pandemic, which has acted as a stimulus, right, and we find that a new learning is taking place everywhere. Now, even the most reluctant, they are accepting, learning, and delivering. So I feel that change is always for better, right? So the change will come in any way, overcoming all kinds of impediments. Now, the schooling is is about taking care of, right, emotional, social, and behavioral health of children, which is diametrically opposite to social distancing. Right now, this presently, teachers are trying to engage with online teaching and learning. Right, the technology may vary across schools and states, but as educators, right, we have to look at the implications of these new learning procedures, processes for our learners. It is all about actually embracing learning anywhere, anytime. And the teaching, learning, and debating, online, which is the new norm now. And technology has actually always been the enabler, but today it means much more. So learning has become engaging, and the focus is shifting from guided learning to self-learning.
Yeah.
This is something very important, very, very, very pertinent. So the learning has become engaging and effective. Now, the fundamental fact, which has been established here is the change which is evident. Uh, the learning, which will be now self-learning, it's going to be based on probably competency-based learning, project-based learning, self-organized learning, adaptive learning, right, experiential learning. All these, they will become the need of the hour. And the learning outcomes will be very significant and will be very important to the whole education process. Now, it is apparent that technological evaluation system, touchscreen, paper corrections, digital books, and smart boards, they all have become, right, the new reality. Now, going forward, right, in the post-pandemic environment, what will be required is a huge shift, right, in the mindset, right, both social and emotional. A new approach that is needed to teach in this altered online paradigm. We all have already taken a big leap, right, to accommodate ourselves with this automation and technology driven scenario. In fact, the whole format of teaching learning has changed. AI, AR, VR, they all have become a very, very significant part of our lives. Now, actually, life needs orientation. Again, I underline, life needs orientation. In the eye of the storm, right, we have to remain calm, but in control. And in this lockdown period, right, we need to unlock our minds and stay positive. Now we have to move, from that negative VUCA world where we have been living with volatile world, uncertain world, complex world, and ambiguous world. Let's move on, from this VUCA negative world to the positive VUCA world, which talks about vision, which talks about understanding, which talks about, say, courage, and the most important is adaptability. We need to adapt to this coming up technology or extinct. That's perhaps the only alternative, which is coming up. Now we should understand, right, that this online learning is not online schooling, right? Students are being encouraged to explore new interests and understand that every learning can be done from home. So this adverse crisis, they have established the fact, one, that learning is not linear, learning cannot be caused, learning cannot be conditioned, and the most important is that learning can happen anywhere, anytime. So this is an established fact which has really come up, to the limelight. What I feel now in this kind of crisis, parents' role is very important. Parents who have become like P is protector, A affectionate, R responsible, E encouraging, N nurturing, T is training. And these parents who have to become now more resilient, more creative, and more rational. More responsibility now lies on them. It will now be not the survival of the fittest, but the survival of the quickest. And this is what we really need to understand, not just ourselves, but to make it understand, to everyone. Because we feel that dis-ease in the mind, that causes disease in the body. We must understand. This is a disease which has come up, from outside, but don't let it enter into our minds and head. Because we believe, and we always do three kinds of H's, right? Because our education, if we are only, say, educating our, say, minds, that education is of no value, that has got no stand, if we are not educating the hearts, right, at the same time. So that becomes very important. What I feel here is that we need to emphasize more on the positive parenting. Now, a parent in this challenging crisis, right, is no less than a superhero. Now, what kind of a superhero? Maybe like any other, be it a Superman, right, a Spider-Man, or the Incredible Hulk, anyone. Just that a parent's superpower is little different here. Now, what kind of a parent? Right parenting is their superpower, and they have to show their superpower now. Now, I would advise them to use their superpower very, very wisely. Now, these hard times have come, and these hard times, they teach us valuable lessons. We should not forget that these valuable lessons, they are very, very important to us. And before I just conclude, and just sum up the whole thing, I would also like to highlight here that our Prime Minister Modi has given a formula, that vowels, right? That vowel formula, which has become very popular these days, and I'm sure our youth, our young generation, they must really focus on that, and they must think it over, because actual power lies within them. We need to empower them. And how? This vowel formula AEIOU, which says A is adaptability, E is efficiency, I is inclusivity, O is opportunity, and U is universalization. So the world will require a new model. And today we are facing this common challenge together, and the future will be about togetherness and resilience. We need to teach our youth how to become more resilient. The kind of situation that has come up, we need to understand, if Mother Nature has thrown a challenge to us, how to handle this challenge, to remain positive, to stay safe at home, but not just that. When you are at home, how you need to keep your calm, how you need to keep yourself very, very positive. So I would just say, Shubham Bhuyat, Shubham Naktam. Let's experience this life with a different lens, and positivity is the key. And we will be able to face all these challenges. I would just leave the house open for the questions.
Beautifully said, ma'am. So nice, and such a positive thing. It's brought vibe into us, Beautifully said, ma'am. We have to coexist with this, and we will have to blend our digital and maybe
yes.
3-4 months.
We have to learn to live with it.
Live with it now. So there is no other option. So वो positivity से रहेंगे तो ज़्यादा enjoy करेंगे, because unless and of course positive parenting is also very, very essential.
Very important. That is the need of the hour. That is the need of the hour.
We wanted to be a good parent, but now we have to be better now, because we're spending more time, right?
Very true. Very true.
So, ma'am, now we launch the next poll. The technical hitch is gone. So just a minute. I just want to. Just to know about the audience, this is going to flash for 10 seconds. So we have the results with us, I think now. So we're going to share the results. So most of the majority are teachers as well as parents today. So that's a good audience. So it's going to be a real learning experience for all of us. With so many dynamic principles on board, I'm sure it's going to be a really informative session. So ma'am, coming to Shalini Arora ma'am next. Ma'am, how did you manage this challenge? और आपका first reaction क्या था? And how did you manage the complete transition? matlab, you know, from the IT learning, from training the teachers and all that. I would just, because, you know, there are certain schools in rural areas, Delhi mein it is fine, but in rural areas, they're still struggling to connect. So if you can just specify, you know, so it will be easier for them, because we would be recording this and sending it to them. So, ma'am, can you please, yeah.
Thank you, Malshri.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. I would like to take off from what Dr. Anju said. You know, I really loved it. She said she misses the jadoo ki jappi of the parents. I miss the hundreds of good mornings that my little one used to give me. I could, you know, those scenes were flashing before my eyes, and I really miss them. So, man, I think we're all missing those times of school. Yes, the lockdown was very unfortunate, very sudden. We knew the social separation had started when the board exams were going on, and we were asked to seat 10 to a room rather than 25 to a room. The entire school campus was taken up with desks all over the place. We knew this was coming, but not for so long. We were not prepared for such a long thing. We were prepared maybe 10-15 days, and that is why initially, when that was the time when the timetable had not yet been allotted for the new classes, only class 12th, the extra classes that we normally have, that was starting. So our senior teachers were trained then and there. We had even made an online timetable for only them. They were trained that since 12th class, the students who've been promoted to 12th, they will not be able to come to school. So you start taking classes, let them be home, and you start taking classes, because with the social distancing, they will not be able to come to school, is what we had envisioned. But with this coming in, it is a different ball game altogether. The schools were caught at a very on the wrong foot, I believe. Right. This last session had not closed, the new one has not started. Right. We were in the middle of a lot of things, but all schools, I must say, rose to the occasion, and everyone is perfectly doing it. I mean, in fact, even the Indian government is surprised how efficiently public schools have taken this forward. I am aware of my colleagues and friends' children outside of India. Even there, the online teaching is not at the level that the Indian teachers have brought it to. So hats off to the teaching fraternity and the resilience in India that we have taken this forward. Now here I would like to take up a question by a participant, Ms. Sucheta Mishra. She has written, how will schools live back to normal, and how prepared are we when we reopen? I would like to answer a question with another question. How prepared were we when the lockdown came about? And can you say that we are not doing a good job? I don't think we would like to say that. We are all doing a wonderful job, and we should ourselves pat our backs on it. Nobody else is doing it for us.
Oh no, we are doing it, ma'am.
So the way we have taken to this, the way teachers have adopted to technology, the same way we know the management, the administration, the principals, they are now looking at first they were looking at lockdown, what to do. Now post-lockdown, first we opened classes, then we opened the offices. All my school tasks, I'm running my school on the mobile now. I'm doing that. Yes. And beyond this, I know when the school reopens, there has been a SOP set up for sanitization, and then there is a vertical divide or a horizontal divide of classes, and then partitioning the classes, because this online classes and distancing will become the new normal. So we will all take to it very, as we've taken to this online teaching. Now, coming back to what I was originally supposed to speak, actually, this is just all from the top of my head right now. But what you were asking me, how we took to it. See, initially, when we realized that this lockdown is not going away for good, like it's here to stay, it was decided that online classes should be started for all strata of classes. That is right from junior classes to senior classes. 12th, as I told you already, we had begun, but then on the demand of the parents, we were all connected to parents through Snap homework and WhatsApp groups, but then that was not enough. The parents wanted face-to-face interactions. They wanted other platforms besides the website and Facebook, which was already there. Initially, through Facebook, we were posting talent scouting. Students' activities were being posted. What they're doing in the free time was being posted. Then a lot of non-academic work was going on initially. But then as soon as we got our act together, a proper academic timetable with the co-curricular activities was planned. It was circulated to all teachers. All this was going on by the timetable department, and the IT department of the school took it upon themselves to train all teachers in video conferencing platforms. There are many platforms available, paid ones, non-paid ones, free ones for schools, G Suite. There are many of them available. The teachers were given an orientation to all of them. Whichever they found comfortable or whichever they found suitable, then they were divided and they took it up, or we divided it class-wise as per the suitability of the department and the students. And then Snap Homework was an app which really helped us out. We were connected with all of them. We had to update a lot of things. Students had to be promoted to the next class. We are still giving out our results. At that time, our website was not integrated with the result software. Now we have integrated it. And now we are sending out individual student results to parents who are still waiting for the results. They are getting them now. Now, those things just took time and it happened. And now I think we're pretty comfortable with it. In fact, I find this method of taking classes more flexible. I remember distinctly when with class 11th, we have a host of a choice of subjects to give to students. But due to the physical constraints of the school, there are very few choices and combinations you can offer them. But now with the physical constraints gone, we are in a virtual space. I can offer much more combinations to my students. The subject choices remaining the same, but the combinations offered can be endless, because we are now in a, in a more flexible world, is what I would say. That is what my feedback is. Then, of course, I told you the IT department took upon themselves to train them. We dabbled with Microsoft Teams. We took upon a new domain for Google Suite for Education, and we are working on it. Our teachers are still being trained on new platforms. Earlier, Zoom was the default choice, but with many issues coming up, teachers also got scared. Parents were scared of the security issues. So we had to drop that idea, and then Google Classrooms and other things were being adopted. Google Meet is being adopted. Teachers were out of their comfort zone, but still they were determined to do good. And yes, I will go through it. So, as ma'am had just said, you need driven teachers and driven students. So the ones who are self-driven, the teachers and students, they will be the ones who will shine out the brightest in this. This is what I hope all of you will agree with me on this. Now, there were some rules that I had, some pointers that I put down for teachers and students regarding online classrooms. So for teachers, these are a few pointers, and students also. Some of them are common, but some of them are separate. That the greeting part of a classroom is most essential. When we come together, we must greet each other as we normally do in a physical classroom. Then teachers have been told to dress up for the occasion, not dress down, because we are all managing household work also and everything. But yes, it's always good to dress up for the occasion. We must embrace the positives of technology. It will be the new normal. Here I remember one thing Anju ma'am had mentioned: technology is intruding into our lives. Sorry to correct you, ma'am, but I think we have imbibed technology into our lives and made it more comfortable. Rather than technology intruding, it has become, a lifesaver for all of us. Then, of course, I advise all of them to take proper precautions for online safety. Teachers are advised to prepare ahead for all the classes that they take. Take a larger chunk of material to be covered, be prepared with it. Maybe you are able to achieve less during the duration of the classroom, but yes, be prepared with a little more, it will help. And of course, whenever you start a class, recapitulate what you did last time, and of course, you will at the end recapitulate what was done in this class today. And for students, their advisory is, of course, they must prepare for the class and dress appropriately for the class, and they need to pin the teacher or the presenter in the chat so that they're not distracted by the videos of other students, because the teacher cannot control the videos of all students. See, a teacher is also a learner in technology like most of us, and most students are more comfortable with technology than the teachers themselves. I would recommend, I have advised colleagues, teachers to help each others out when they're getting stuck in technology. And of course, if some student is more careful with the technology, he or she can volunteer to be a host or a class monitor and help out the teacher. So that takes a lot of mind of the teacher of technology, and she can maybe concentrate on the delivery of the content. That really helps the teachers a lot. These are times where we need to handhold each other. So that has really helped, I believe. Then students have been told to avoid personal contents, comments on chat box, and avoid distractions. And if the teacher asks them to share their screen, they should be ready to show the teacher that, look, ma'am, this is what I'm doing on screen, and not playing a game while you are delivering your lecture. So that is also important. Notebooks should be ready at hand to take notes offline, apart from the recording, which will be available later. And of course, students are helping teachers very much in terms of using technology, because they're the ones who have a very steady hand with these things, and they are doing much better than that. And of course, do not panic in case of a technical glitch. They do happen, they will happen, and we will overcome it. So this is not a big deal. Your Wi-Fi went off, your laptop switched off, the battery went dead. No problems. You'll recover. You'll get back to it. It is not the end of the world. Don't panic with them. And students have been told to avoid flame wars on any proper forum that they are, and of course to respect diversity of students. And these are some of the pointers that I had kept for students. Plus, one thing that you were asking me, ma'am, was about how you cater to the EWS students and how you reached out to them. We have a record of the EWS students in our school. The coordinators and class teachers are taking attendance. We are keeping track of which students are attending classes and which are not attending classes. What was seen was that in the senior classes, beyond class 7, the attendance was pretty regular. If there were a few absentees here or there, it was manageable, because in a physical classroom also you have that. But at the junior level, in the preschool and pre-primary classes, the absenteeism was quite high, more so amongst the EWS students. Now here comes the role of the digital divide, the difference between the haves and the have-nots. Our students from well-to-do families have access to devices, laptops, and maybe phones, but not in a below, poverty line family. There may be one device, or there may not be any device at all. Then even if there is a device, even in good families, siblings are sharing a device. There is a clash of timetable. Now the school cannot take that into account and make a timetable to suit each family. But yes, we are doing that. We have a set, we have a set of coordinators who are keeping track of follow-up work with every student, whether they're attending classes or not. We have a Google Sheet where we maintain the records of the assignments done by them, submitted by them. And if somebody has not been followed up for a week, we are contacting them through other offline modes, through phone lines, through even, in fact, now a letter has been sent out, and the school staff, we've given them some special letters, and they're going to the homes of the EWS students, because they're all in the neighborhood. They're going there and finding out, like, please get in touch with this class teacher and why you're not attending classes. Now, during one of these recce's, we found out that there is one family whose children, class 9th, they were not able to attend classes. They said, ma'am, we are in a hand-to-mouth condition. I hardly have anything to eat. How do you expect me to attend classes? Then we got together, we transferred funds. And I yesterday we were on a webinar with Dr. Biswajit Saha of CBSE, and he said, start a drive, donate your old smartphone.
Oh, nice.
That is a very wonderful idea.
Yeah.
E-waste for us could be, a nemesis for the other person. They could use those things. We were all, most of us were there. And that was a wonderful thing to do. So that is another initiative that we would like to take up, and maybe provide devices to families who are not able to do them. The government schools, unfortunately, have not yet risen to the occasion. They were supposed to come forward with Doordarshan and All India radio classes and whatnot. I am not aware of any such programs going on right now. It was all heard that it would be going on. But public schools have risen to the occasion. They are doing exceptionally well. And I salute the teaching fraternity, the teachers, the management, the administration, who have all done a very good job for it. They deserve 3 cheers for it. Hats off to all of them.
Absolutely, ma'am. Teachers have done a brilliant job. इतना
No
इतना
doubt.
मेहनत कर रहे हैं, and they're working harder than they were what they were doing earlier.
yes.
All of you, in fact, you are working so hard. 24/7 job it has become. So yeah,
एक ही प्रार्थना होती है, but I would like to a small prayer. शांति कीजिए प्रभु त्रिभुवन में.
हाँ.
बिल्कुल, absolutely right. मैम एक चीज और आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी कि एक you know especially like for middle school and all we can manage, but जैसे 10th और 12th है, उनके बच्चों में और मैंने regular students and the EWS category, they could be a learning gap. You think ऐसा तो नहीं हो जाएगा कि उनका syllabus पहले चला गया और मैंने so you are taking care of that. वैसे syllabus I think it has been reduced also, no?
Yes, yes.
It will be reduced. We have been
Guidelines have
promised.
already come.
We have not been told. If we have been told, the syllabus will be reduced, and that is why they've told us. It is an advisory for all who are listening also, that please start as per the curriculum document. Don't start teaching the syllabus as per the books.
Oh,
Because if we are going to trim the syllabus,
Yeah,
maybe
yes.
from the bottom of the curriculum, not from the top. So they said to follow a sequential method of teaching your syllabus, especially for board classes, because if anything is to be trimmed, it will be trimmed from the end. Don't follow the textbook, is what the we were told by the CBSE officials.
okay.
And as far as I told you, senior students 10th and 12th are concerned, I told you class 7th onwards, I do not have too much problem with the have-nots, the EWS category, DG category students. They are all attending classes. The problem was more at the junior level. Junior level is internal exams. I hope, and of course, we will have to bring out, new testing methods. The paper pen testing will not be the new normal. We are looking at other forms and something that everyone can cope up with. Those things we are still exploring. We are hoping to have a set of exams in July. By then we are exploring opportunities. We'll be looking at those things.
Right.
But yes, students are attending classes. We are keeping track of why which student is absent. Sometimes they even have to send a leave application to the teacher that I'll not be attending this class. They should have a valid reason. The parents should validate it. That is how we're keeping track.
Right, ma'am. Thank you so much. Ma'am, Monica Mehan, ma'am, over to you now. Now, Shalini ma'am has explained us, one shift that was like training the teachers. We would like to move from teachers to students. So how do you, there might be different digital learning platforms for primary grade students or, middle school. उनके लिए कैसे आप digital learning को, you're making it more interactive. Like, कैसे बच्चों को deliver कैसे कर रहे हैं, basically that is what I want to ask, and how are you making it more interesting? This is what.
Okay, thank you, Malishri and Shalini. That was indeed interesting. Especially what you're doing with the EWS students. Now, Malishri, what you asked me, that cannot be answered without really explaining what the teachers have done to actually nurture the digital platforms. So, around the third week of March, when there was this feeling that yes, there would be something like the lockdown, and the schools might be closed for a while. So what the teachers did was that they started preparing daily planners. Daily planners as in, for every day there were subjects, and there were some tasks that were related to the subject that the student could do without much teacher intervention. However, once the lockdown was actually announced, we realized that it's going to be online platforms. And then actually what happened is the clock broke down. That means there were no boundaries as far as the timings were concerned. And this is all thanks to that wonderful group of teachers that are there in the school. So immediately the IT department swung into action. The teachers were being, while one group of teachers was being trained for different digital platforms, whether it be Zoom, whether it be Google Meet, whether it be Microsoft Teams, there was another group that was closely analyzing the pros and cons of each. And very frankly, we never had to struggle with Zoom because it was never our first, second, or third option. It was absolutely ruled out day one itself. And what we started working on was Microsoft Teams. But then even that had a number of I would say, glitches, not really from the Microsoft side, but because our students, like most of you are saying, are more technology savvy. So yes, there was muting of microphones. Yes, there were students becoming presenters. But then within a few days, all this was taken care of. Once we contacted Microsoft, there was a lot of hand-holding. And finally now we have this robust platform where the students cannot unmute or mute anyone, they cannot remove anyone, and no one can enter a room. So when I'm saying a room, it's actually a virtual room. And another interesting thing that's happening, and because only then I'll be able to tell you how students are learning, is that every room does not have just one facilitator. There is a facilitator and a moderator. So any thing related to whether the class would be there or not because of a techno glitch is absolutely ruled out. The moment there is some techno glitch at the teacher level or the moderator level, the other person takes over. And so the platform is quite robust now. Attendance is being taken, and even we are able to record like for how much time is the student there in a particular room. So even if the student leaves, we are able to find out that yes, a student has left. Now, saying this, the other discussions that happened with the teachers, and let me tell you, these discussions are happening every day, mostly in the evenings and at night. And what we were actually trying to find out at that particular time when the online classes started, and we are still doing it, it's an ongoing process, is that how to go about it for the primary level, the kindergarten level, the middle level, and the senior secondary and secondary. So what we really decided was that for the kindergarten, there should not be any online classes. So the teachers had been preparing some wonderful videos that were being shared with the parents, and along with the digital planner, it was easy for the parents to actually guide their students accordingly. But then along with this, something wonderful happened, that the teachers, they decided that we should also be encouraging the parents to have some family time activities. So more videos were rolled out, which were only focusing on family time, what Papa is going to do, what Mama is going to do, what Grandpa is going to do with the child. And so it was gardening. It was initially we started with augmented reality. We told the parents, how they can shoot a picture of their child with a tiger, with a penguin, with a reindeer, and all these things were happening. And then we asked them, we said, share your pictures with us and we'll put them on the school Facebook page. So slowly, this partnership with the parents became stronger, and we realized that at the kindergarten and primary level, the parents are, focusing on what the school is telling them. And then at around 1 week into the lockdown, we rolled out one survey and another survey after 2 more weeks. And then we realized that parents also need some hand holding. So now for kindergarten and classes 1 and 2, we do have some sessions. They happen twice a week, and they are actually for the parents, where the parents, they actually ask questions on how a particular thing needs to be done. And saying this, we also have a 1 hour open window. When I'm saying open window, the WhatsApp groups are usually closed for parents' comments. But then every day between 5 to 6 p.m., the WhatsApp groups are open and the parents can post their queries and then they're answered by the class teachers. So this is at the kindergarten and primary level. At the middle level, we of course started with the online classes the moment the lockdown period started. And yes, there were some challenges in terms of whether the students are paying attention or not. You know, this thing about the video mode being on, we just gave a direction that it's strictly a no-no. So no videos of students are being allowed. In fact, just today we had an open house session for the teachers, and there we decided that once a week, one informal session with the students where the video mode will be allowed. Because now, with the help of Microsoft, the video mode for the students has been disabled. And even the teachers, they don't use it very often because yes, it is not a blank screen, but then every time whatever is moving, whatever is happening is through the presentations and the videos and the activities that are being shown on the screen. And we even discussed the timings that should be there for the middle and the secondary level, and realized that initially, you know, we started with 1.5 hours, just 2 to 3 classes a day. And then, yes, we later on moved to 3 to 4 classes. And one pleasant thing, again, you know, that was shared during the online open house session today with the teachers is that the syllabus for the first term is almost done. And the teachers were asking what they should be doing now. So the discussion was around interesting holidays homework that we should now be designing and how the revision activities should happen. Then for the senior secondary and the secondary classes, again, you know, the students, they are attending classes, and since the video mode is not on, so you might feel that, you know, how do we actually find out whether the student is there or not? But then, like I told you, we have a moderator. So every 10 minutes, so this happens about 3 times in a class, every 10 minutes, some students are called on. So the moderator calls out a name and says, are you there? Why don't you explain this? So the students know that anytime they can be called. And we have shared some circulars with the parents where we have told them that in case a student does not respond 2 times, we will remove that child. Not that we will really remove that child, but it is just to tell the parents and the students that they have to be vigilant. It's not that they can log in and then do whatever they want to. So we're doing that also. And then we also are trying to tell our students to appreciate whatever is around them. And, you know, all of us must be observing the blue skies, the clear sunrises and sunsets. In fact, I am one who's been actually addicted to the sunrises and the sunsets. So I'm always there with my camera filming these natural processes that are happening. So we share that too with the students. Now, another thing that is happening is that our psychology department has become very active. So what is happening is that these our school counselor and our special educator, they are having stress management sessions, stress buster sessions for the teachers, for the parents, and for the students. And the attendance is something, you know, if we are able to gauge the success of any program, well, the attendance is huge. And in Microsoft Teams, there is no cap to the number of participants that we can have. So we have a large number of parents, teachers, and students who attend these sessions. Also, we have had the online open house sessions with the parents. You can call them parent-teacher meetings. They have happened for every class, and we soon plan to have one more before the summer break is announced. So that too, you know, actually what I feel is that the new normals may be there, but then it is really the adaptability that counts. You know, today, yesterday the time was different, today the time is different. I hope and pray that in future we come back to the past, the way we were living. So that too. And we are not only focusing on academics. I would request the others also to do the same. In fact, a few clubs of our school, they are having their own online meetings, and something wonderful happened after these meetings. So there are students who started posting their videos on how they are stitching the reusable, washable face masks. So I was given an Excel sheet with the names of the students, how many masks they have made, and their home addresses. So I was able to get those masks to school. We got them packed, and then we distributed them to the different orphanages. And we gave them to some people who are working around the school, you know, the ones who are cleaning the roads and all. So, and this was done very actively on 1st of May, that is the Labor Day. So that is being done. Then some of our students of another club, the Environment Club, they have this School Enterprise Challenge activity also. So they are having meetings to devise a number of things that they can make, need-based things. So yes, they are also making masks, they are making planters, and those students are at work. You know, Malishri, like I said, it's okay, we probably don't know now Monday from a Tuesday from a Wednesday, but then the clock has broken down. So there is no limit to the number of hours, the number of days that we are actually spending on learning. The teachers are also enjoying. It's a learning process for all of us.
Yes, ma'am.
What each one of us has realized is that the importance of teachers can never be underestimated. Yes, probably now and in the future, the teachers would still be important, but the teachers who can effectively use technology are going to replace teachers who cannot. So now is the time for all of us to be learners. Yes.
That was beautiful, ma'am. I love the mask thing. I think you should take this initiative in all schools about, you know, making these masks and distributing. Beautiful. So, ma'am, it has been like basically you have been relying on Microsoft that has, you know, taken over your school. So, the thing I wanted to ask was, ma'am, assessments. Thoda sa, you know, because it's kind of an open book thing. Is it like open book or you're doing online assessments? How do you assess the progress of the child?
All right. So, Malishri, what we did was that 10 days into lockdown and the online classes, we had our first assessment. And at that time, we were using Socrative. Socrative assessment where we can very easily use the multiple choice questions and fill in the blanks. So that was done, and initially the teachers rolled out a few videos for parents on how they can help their children to log into Socrative. But then the teachers later thought that Socrative is not enough. And then we came to know that, again, you know, Microsoft has another option wherein these Microsoft forms can be used to make question papers, which the students can answer online. So now it is these two platforms which are being used very productively by the teachers and the students, that is Socrative and the Microsoft forms.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Time for another poll. I'll just share it. Just a minute. So we get 10 seconds on that question. So sweet. So most of them are saying bonding with friends. Those hugs and those kicks and those hugs and those fights they're missing, that contact, playing, everything. It's such a, I mean, I really feel bad for the children. They're not even going to the park, they're not interacting. Virtual interaction is there, but wo wala feel nahi aa raha hai bachon mein. They're not still, like it's a sad state. I just hope we get over it soon. Ma'am, I would request Vasudha ma'am to take over the next part of our, discussion. Vasudha ma'am, what do you feel? Like we all have understood that the teachers are stressed. And one of the question was that even the students are stressed up a little.
Right.
Probably it's because of the anxiety in the air. We can't help it. Because we're not being able to go out. So, और इतना काम है, especially mummies को, that I think it comes out on the children only eventually, and then the husband probably. So it comes out, everyone is a little frustrated. So how do you kind of de-stress children at this time? And another important point was that there are certain children with learning disabilities जिनको हमको address करना है during these online classes. So how do you tackle that part?
Okay, good evening, everyone. So at the, I think, onset, I wish all the principals here and all the teachers who are listening or who are a very happy Mother's Day in advance, because I think we are doing the dual responsibility of being mothers to our children and being mothers to our students also at this point in time. Because and before I take you, I answer to your questions, Malashri, I would take you to a every, I think, home scenario, whether that is a principal's house, a woman principal's house, or a school teacher's house, where in early morning, we are rushing to do all the mopping, cleaning, utensils, cooking, making breakfast for our children, and everything we are doing. And yes, because we as principals have told our teachers that you have to dress properly for the occasion, and 9 o'clock class starts, so we are just ready with the beautiful smiles and taking classes there. And at that point in time, our children are coming to talk to us, and we are just showing them away that please go, I'm just taking class and don't disturb. And they also feel little disheartened that mama is not paying attention. And after all this, our teachers are I think for making those 40-45 minutes lesson, and I share the same sentiment. They are working day in and day out to present those lessons, whether it is the video lessons, whether it is the PPTs or whatever. So the main point is and what I feel is the emotional well-being, happiness of the teachers and happiness of the students also. So as everyone is missing their children, I'm missing my children too in the school, because the first thing in the morning is that I'm on the gate to receive all my children. So and they are missing that too. I get the messages from the children, and I get the messages from mommies. We miss that, the principal standing at the gate and receiving all the children, saying good morning, giving hugs, as Dr. Malhotra said, and one or two other panelists said that yes, we are missing that touch. And having said that, we must understand on other note that children are stressed too. Children are very, very anxious, and they feel that they are feeling that what to do, whether they should be happy that schools are closed, or whether they should be sad because they have to attend all these classes where there is a constant monitoring on their heads, like Miss Monica said, that we are also doing that, because early in the morning when I'm seeing that okay, this student is not there. The first, the broadcast, because we don't have a system of WhatsApp, but we have a broadcast message, and I have the number of my parents. So I would pick up the call and I would, tell the parent that why your child is not attending. So of course they are also under that stress. And so what I do with my teachers, with my children is that for past 2 years, we are practicing a gratitude curriculum made by me. So I have not left that. So every day my children get a recorded broadcast message from me in my voice, wherein we practice gratitude. So we pay gratitude to our parents. So it's a 21 days curriculum every day. So what happens is when they are learning to pay gratitude in these tough times, so what happens is that they are learning to be compassionate towards the mothers also, towards the father also, and they are seeing a lot of situation at home. Children are very, very observant, where there are, salary cut downs, whether there are, job cut downs, whether there are a lot of things. So the parents are going through a lot of stress, and I think knowingly, unknowingly, we pass on that stress to our children. So they also get little tensed about the whole situation. So having said that, so spending a lot of time with our children, spending a lot of time with our teachers. So what we do is I take a lot of positivity sessions, or a lot of, just to boost them up, or somebody is, somebody's birthday is there. So we are using WebEx platform. We are not using Zoom. So on the Cisco WebEx platform, I will just greet the teachers, or and of course we are doing Edmodo, but I'm very particular about it, that after a stipulated time of after 2 o'clock, I try not to disturb my teachers at all when it comes to the online classes also and everything. So I have told them, so you take your classes, and after 2 o'clock, it's your time. So from 9 to 2, 9 to 3. And of course, I don't disturb them, but yes, they are self-motivated teachers. So they are doing their work. They are preparing the worksheets for the students. They are preparing the assignments. And we have Edmodo platform, and we have the Cisco WebEx platform, where we are taking classes of the students. As a school head, I am in touch with them. And of course, I will not go into the details and technicalities, because everybody has discussed that all everyone is doing. But for me, being a psychologist first, or being maybe an educationist first, I am very, very pro children, pro teachers on the emotional well-being part, because I feel if the teachers and students are happy, if teachers are positive, and I have taken care of them, of their emotional well-being or happiness, they are going to stay positive and deliver that only. So what happens is that let's accept that there are a lot of teachers, or a lot of teachers, like Malashri discussed with me. So what happens is a scenario is also there, that parents are there in the classroom, in the virtual classroom, in the room where a child is taking classes. And, then if the teacher will be judged on, how she's taking the class, or what is happening in the classroom. And then, there is no sense of privacy is not there. And there have been comments, that can be made. Sometimes what happens is that when I'm observing the classes, we also see that, or my daughter is attending the classes, so her classmates, sometimes we see that parents are constantly, on the phone, and the mic is not turned off. So that distracts. So yes, so the teachers are going through a lot of stress, because they have to prove themselves all the time. So we are not asking them to prove themselves, but yes, they feel that threat in them, or they have the mental emotional, they feel sometimes very let down, that what is this, I am doing the best, or I am doing everything, but this is not working up. And at this point in time, what they need is of course appreciation from the parents, appreciation from the management, appreciation from the principals, and of course, so you have to keep that momentum on, because this is going to extend. when it comes to the lockdown situation at my part of this country, where in Udaipur, till 3 days ago we were not even 20 cases, and today we are sitting on 100 cases. So it's a complete containment zone. It is a complete curfew like situations. So students are also worried and teachers are also worried. And talking about students now, so it is the time. So there are three different concepts of pedagogical learning. So one we call pedagogy, that we all know about. The other concept is andragogy, where we are teaching students like adults, making them little responsible for the things. Andra is, of course, means adult. So that is a child-centric learning. And the latest concept is hedagogy. So now we have, because of this situation, within a month, we have moved on to the hedagogy situation, where it is known as self-directed learning. A student chooses, like Ms. Shalini said, when it comes to grade 11 and 12, what she is doing is she is given the different combinations. So that flexibility is there. So, but now the teachers have to, the other challenge is to make our lessons so interesting, so that self-directed learning, takes place on its own. So like there is a saying that, you can take the horse to the water, but you cannot make it drink it. But at the same point in time, it's our duty as principals, or our teachers' duty, to at least quench that thirst, to ignite that thirst in the horse to drink that water. So we have to ignite that passion for learning in our students. So what I do on an office today also, I had a session with my grade 9 and grade 10 students. So I am in touch with my children. I am in touch with my teachers. I'm in touch with my parents also. So sometimes they feel a little low. Coming back to your the learning difficulties students. So what we have a differentiated learning for them in the classroom situation also. So which is very very okay for us. What we are doing is that the whatever worksheets teachers are making, or whatever PPTs, so for them it is a little bit of different work altogether. And the students, yes, for a lower level. And sometimes what teachers are doing on a Saturday, so she takes those extra classes just for those students. So online extra classes are conducted for those students. And in addition to that, what we are doing also, we are following is for specifically, so we have those WhatsApp broadcast groups also. So if there are some students who are not able to attend the Edmodo class also, or not attend those, so we send those, because what I have done is my old teachers record their PPTs in their own voices. So on once they are taking the class, then they are putting it on Edmodo. So, and then for those students who have no access to the internet as such, but it was very heartening to see that few students, who were in the villages near Udaipur, so they went to those when this lockdown was not that bad. So they went to those e-Mitra post offices to have to conduct the classes over there. And so yes, we are there to support the students. We are here to support the teachers. But I feel that emotionally, mentally, we have to motivate our teachers. We have to motivate our students also. And that is the thing. And Malashri, you spoke about the situation that had happened, the locker room situation. And yes, as a psychologist, I feel that, of course, students are little curious, and they don't know what is right and what is wrong. But if we as parents, and if we as teachers also have that, lot of heart-to-heart conversation with our children, and we talk a lot to our children. So I think, and creating that atmosphere of freedom, trust, independence, so that they are sharing everything with us. So I don't think these situations will happen anymore. Because what happens is that, once it's a child psychology. where once a child excitedly, shares anything with the parents, and if he has done something wrong, and the parents will scold them as a normal gesture. What happens is we scold our children, why did you do that, or why did this happen? So they are losing that trust. Next time child will not share. But when you become, you talk to them, oh, okay, so that was quite mischievous, but don't you think we should have done it this way, or we should have so when we are doing these kind of things we are taking our children into confidence, and they are sharing everything with us. So I don't think these situations or these circumstances or these incidents can occur, all these things. So yes, that's what I had to say. And of course, I have my favorite quote always. I use that. These are very, very tough times, but yes, tough times don't last, tough people do. And we as educationists, or we as, I think, principals of the school, we all are, I think we are superhuman beings, I always say, because we are the one who are struggling with the parents. We are, taking care of the management. We are taking care of the teachers. We are taking care of the children, and we are taking care of everybody and keeping everyone happy and taking care. So, anything else, Malishri, you want to ask?
I think you answered all the questions mostly. So I was a little, because, but I would really want Rashmi Malik ma'am to add upon, this thing ki, or counseling or motivation kaise karna hai, because you are such a spiritual person. I keep following you on Facebook also. It's always some Sai Baba quote, or because I'm also a devotee of Sai Baba, so I really, और किसी को, this is the time we need faith. कुछ ना कुछ एक दिमाग में, some God, some form of superhuman being you have to rely on. Things will get better. So how do you keep things motivated? आप कैसे manage कर रहे हैं, ma'am? आप पूरा बताइए एकदम. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all the friends here. I mean, I can see a lot of spirituality in the panel right now, because when you introduce, I was like feeling very happy. Oh, this IT person. Oh, this is also a spiritual person. And I think this is the best combination a school can have in a head, because especially the spirituality part, because that is the only thing which will make us survive this situation. So when this, I'll start from the beginning, when this lockdown started happening. So being from IT field, obviously we are very quick to, explore the various platforms, and I explored Zoom. So I am not shying away from telling you that we are on Zoom. Okay. We are trying Microsoft Teams.
We are also on Zoom only.
Okay. Now this meeting is also on Zoom. Why? Because being an IT person, we got directly in touch with the company. And within 1 week's time, the company actually gave us so many versions that now, it's almost coming to an encrypted version also. So we are fine with that. And there were parents who had the queries, and we sorted it out. So, the very first thing which came in my mind was that shifting the on-campus classes onto the online classes, what is the main thing which we need to do? That was first thing, that every stakeholder has to come on board, right? Like we all had done that. All my friends also have done in their various schools. So we had extensive orientation programs. First, training programs and orientation programs for teachers as well as parents. So the first meeting with the teachers when I told them, I said, कि ये health workers बाहर काम कर रहे हैं, but you guys are responsible for the mental health level of your kids and the parents. So they were like having a question mark that how come we are into this help? Because, if you remember that first week, we were all in a shock. Okay, so everybody was shocked कि ये हुआ क्या? हमें बंद करने के लिए बोल दिया, हमें घर के अंदर बंद कर दिया. So I told them that you are the person now who will be engaging with the child and the parents also, and distract them. Okay, from the main issue. So at least half a day, the parents and the children are off the issue, and after that, they can do whatever they want to do and then think about it. And along with that, side by side, I started meeting all the parents. Okay, when I started meeting the parents, I told them that the concept for the middle and the senior students, the concept which we'll be using would be flip learn. Okay, so the flipped learning is that the child has to become more responsible for his teaching, learning, sorry. And teacher will only give you contact classes. And I was very clear right in the beginning. I said, why? Because there are two things. One, screen time will be, shortened for the children. Because I know one day, there was a report which was supposed to be sent to my trust office. And since morning, I was working on the report. So from 8 o'clock till evening 8 o'clock, I was on the screens, either laptop or phone. And the next day I couldn't do the work because I had severe headache and severe, pain in my eyes. So I thought that if I'm getting this kind of, condition, what my teachers and the students must be getting, right? So that is the reason we said, no, we'll not have those. Don't expect us to give you those 6 hours regular classes. We are not going to give you. The child has to grow up now. So there were separate orientation for the children also and counseling session for study skill also on the basis of flipped learning. So I'm very happy to see the change in the child's responsibility behavior. They have become more responsible for their studies. And I have also, today also we had the PTM, like we are having regular PTMs also now. So wherein the parents are free to ask whatever they want to ask. Today when I was talking to them and they were like really thanking, they said, ma'am, my child, I don't have to, pester the child कि तुम पढ़ लो. He already knows कि कल ये वाली contact class होनी है, so I have to have the content beforehand read, right? Now, similarly, teachers were told to, like we were working obviously for the new session, there were lesson plans and other things being created. Curriculum was again, being rechecked. Then when the shift came, within a week's time, I asked the teachers, I said, okay, you create a lesson plan in 3 parts. One is pre-class content, one is during the class content, and one would be the post-class content. Now, we also created groups of parents in Kaizala. Okay, Kaizala हमने platform use किया parents का group बनाने के लिए, just because उसमें phone number share नहीं होते हैं. So that is more safer than the WhatsApp group officially. Okay. So what we did, we are putting all the information in those Kaizala groups to the parents, right? Now this lesson plan, here the teacher is supposed to send the pre-class content and the post-class content, which is usually an assessment, okay, or assignment. And these 2 things are supposed to be sent before, a week before, the classes are supposed to happen. So during the week, what happens during the contact class, the child is coming prepared with the content. Now there was another issue, books nahi. But fortunately, we are using NCERT books, right? So NCERT link was shared. So we said, okay, you download the book from there. Chapter number 1, page number so-and-so, so-and-so, you can do that. The other thing which I've given to my coordinators and teachers is a freedom to choose the curriculum. Freedom to choose the curriculum. I said, I am not telling you that 10th chapter nahi karna, ya 12th chapter nahi karna, ya first nahi karna. You are a teacher, you are an expert, and you know what the child needs to go to the next class. What basic concept the child should know to go to the next class. So when we are having these online teaching classes, you need to focus on that. I don't care whether you start from first chapter or last chapter. I'm absolutely fine with that. But you should be sitting in your department meeting and deciding कि class 6 में ये होगा, class 8 में ये होगा, class 9 में ये होगा, because this is essential for the child for the next year class. Okay, because we don't know how long this is going to continue. There is a possibility that we may have online and the on-campus blended kind of, year for the entire year. And next thing which I have told the parents also about is that if we are scheduling the contact classes, which we are giving the schedule to you, you are supposed to ensure the presence of your ward. That's one thing. Second, obviously, discipline of the child. And I mean, some people were just telling me, okay, why are you asking the children, to wear the uniform shirt? I said, so that I don't want somebody outsider to get in, and we do keep the videos on because then the connect is there with the teacher. We also have introduced a concept of observer teacher, the one which the other panelist also talked about. So all our curricular, co-curricular teachers, the sports teachers especially, they didn't have much of the work. So we have put them also on online work, and with this, condition that if you are not present in a class, you will be marked absent without pay. I'm sorry, I'm being a little strict. But then, you know, why only academic teacher is taking all the load? Everybody has to share the load.
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
So the attendance has to happen, the discipline has to be maintained, right? So why the teacher who's already putting so many hours in creating the content is supposed to be doing? Okay. So initially what happened, in a month's time, a lot of PPTs came in, and I was personally, you know, approving them, because I knew that initially that some teachers might do, you know, might use some links which are not very comfortable. And I saw that, and I kept on, you know, talking to them. And every day we used to have a meeting in the evening around 4-5 with the coordinators, and, you know, understanding that what all issues we are facing and how to improvise on that. You know, now things are settled. I'm a bit free, I should say. Otherwise, first 2 weeks were like madness for each one of us, for that matter. You know, how to go about it.
Streamline things must have been, yeah.
Yes, now things are streamlined. Parents have understood how to go about it. The compartment tests were there, the retests were there. We held all those tests. We did a demo class with the candidate before, with the child before, and then next day we used to take a test, and tests were taken on Google Forms. Okay, so we used Google Forms to take the test, and obviously all the condition that your video should be on, and we should be, you know, asking you to show us your room where you're sitting, your table, etc., etc. So we did all kind of thing. See, the ultimate aim was that to finish off with the previous session work, and then, you know, absolutely be crystal clear for this session. So things went on, and now what has happened is, if you see, I mean, I think we all must be observing as school heads that the routine has set in again.
Right.
Okay, and the parents have started, okay, now what? So obviously we need to include many more things, and I've also told my teachers, keep changing your pattern of teaching. You know, if you've been using a PPT to teach your children, start using small videos, start using, you know, some other concept, some other way, you know, to teach, so that the child gets, otherwise the children will get bored. You know, they'll say कि ये ठीक है, हमारे को technical problem है, video off करो,
exactly.
and do whatever you want to do. Yes, I saw some question कि वो कैसे हम manage करें कि वो दूसरा कुछ नहीं use कर रहे हैं.
There was, ma'am, I would just point this out here, that there was some teacher telling me that poor lady was taking her online class, and her own child, you know, he's switched off the video, playing on, you know, PUBG. So that
this is
one thing.
You know, what is happening actually is that the child needs stimulus all the time.
That's true. They
So
need
वो
that
stimulus भी चाहिए, plus उसको कुछ ऐसा करना है जिससे उसको kick मिले. You know, कि मैंने देखो, अब ये एक नया ट्रेंड है इन लोगों के बीच में कि मैंने क्लास भी अटेंड कर ली और मैंने PUBG में. Right? So obviously, poor teachers, you know, they have to work a little harder to make it interesting and interactive. Okay, and I told them very clearly. I said, "Beta, ये बिल्कुल आपके लिए एकदम test है." You know, because parents are also listening. Parents are sitting, you know, side में बैठे हैं, आपके सामने नहीं आ रहा है. They're all sitting, yeah, and they're all watching. Okay, and you know, I have a WhatsApp number on which they can, the parents can, you know, communicate with me whatever they have the feeling about. So they keep communicating with me on my WhatsApp, and I said, I come to know कि आप लोग कैसे पढ़ा रहे हो, अच्छा या बुरा. But then, yes, we have to encourage, keep on encouraging these coronaviruses. Sorry, warriors. I should say viruses. Corona warriors, you know.
They are.
जिनको हमारे अलावा शायद कोई और recognize नहीं कर रहा.
नहीं, ma'am. I think people are recognizing now. Because,
no, but I always see वो petals तो medical वालों के ऊपर ही गिर रहे हैं.
हम चार्टर्ड मंगवा लेते हैं अभी.
No, the teachers, you know, and yes, de-stressing, yes, we need to work on that, because teachers are spending more time on the screen, and it is not very good for them. Because they have to prepare the lesson plan, they have to go to various platforms to check the content also, even if they're copying, pasting, but still they are doing, right? And for that, I always tell them, again, going back to the time management techniques, you know. So I always tell them that, you know, कि आपको झाड़ू पोछा करना है, आपको पता है आपको खाना बनाना है, right? So you need to manage
Time
your time.
management, yeah.
Yes, that's very important. Plus, we also are planning to have those. We have those team meetings also, and I'm now starting those birthday celebration online with the teachers with the theme party. That
Oh,
maybe you wear this kind of color
oh,
clothes, or
lovely.
you hold up, say, some kind of soft toy in your hand and show it. All that kind of thing. Like recently we had a party where one teacher was singing a song. So, this kind of thing is there. Similar thing is being done for the children also. That is, we have a class teacher period thrice in a week. Okay, so 8:30 the class teacher joins with the children. Ask them, just chit chat with them कि कुछ problem तो नहीं आ रहा है आपको, कोई और issue तो नहीं है, आपने assignment कर लिया नहीं कर लिया. That general discussion which the teacher used to do in the classroom. We have started from 8:30 to 9. So half an hour the general chit chat happens, and they keep talking about each other, like class 6 and 5. मैम इसने ये किया, मैम आपको पता है आज साइंस क्लास में ये किया,
They
इसने
want
ये
to
लिखा.
chat like they're in class, yeah, that chat
Yeah.
thing.
So sometimes I go into the class when the class is about to end, and then I start talking to the kids also, and they come out with so many complaints. Ma'am, उसने ऐसे कर दिया, उसने उस मैम का वो खराब कर दिया था, all that kind
That's
of thing.
very typical.
And we really miss, now. But then this is how we are managing the entire thing right now, and I think this is going to continue. And we are, as usual, comfortable with our syllabus, because sometimes the contact classes go beyond 1 hour also. Okay, so that's fine. But we have kept the number, limited only. We are not going beyond 3 to 4 classes in a day. Just because we don't want that screen time to be,
Plus, it reduces the stress on the teacher also, ma'am, I think. No?
Yes, it has.
She has a lot of
Yes,
things
it
to do.
has. Yes, it has. And then open communication with the counselor is happening. We have given the counselor number also, school counselor number also. And, the parents, whenever I speak to them, I always tell them the child is watching you. How are you handling this challenge? Okay. And this will make him weaker or stronger. So this is what I tell all the parents, that they need to be very, very strong, in their thoughts. I'm not saying actions. Actions, obviously, we are all sitting around nowadays. No action going on. So I said कि आप सोचोगे भी ना कि पता नहीं हमारे को क्या होगा या डर रहे हो, then it is gonna affect the child. So don't do that. Don't ever do that. And give the best example of your personality to the child, so that the child always look at you as a hero. हमेशा याद रखेगा कि इस सिचुएशन में आपने कितने ब्यूटीफुली हैंडल किया. मैंने कहा हो सकता है कुछ कपल्स में आपस में बनती ना हो, या लड़ाई हो रही है, या व्हाटएवर. No, but I said कि अभी रुक जाओ. Because you cannot leave the home. आप कितनी भी लड़ाई कर लो, आप बाहर नहीं निकल सकते हो. आप एक कमरे में बंद हो जाओगे, दूसरे में होगा, बच्चा कहाँ जाएगा? So I said you need to understand each other more now. You have to support each other for the sake of your child, because child does not have any outlet now. पहले तो वो स्कूल आ जाता था, फ्रेंड्स के साथ मस्ती करता था, come back. I mean, 24/7 the child is with you. And if you're not in good mood, then it will be very big issue. The other thing which I tell the teachers and the parents also, if you're doing any household chore, कुछ भी कर रहे हैं आप, खाना बना रहे हैं, कुछ भी, it's a kind of meditation. Just keep your complete concentration on that particular work, and then you'll feel a little peace. And we all know as elders that if we accept the situation, we find out what is the worst which can happen, and if we get ourselves ready for the worst. For example, yesterday I was hearing the news that in Shalimar Bagh, Delhi, somebody died, I think. And the lady was alone, and the child was also there, and they didn't know what to do, and the neighbors were trying to help them out. So I think this situation can come to anyone, God forbid. So we need to empower ourselves also and our children also. Okay, God forbid if something happens, then these are the contact number lists. This is the way we need to deal with the situation. That will actually satisfy or maybe remove the stress to a certain extent. Okay, and of course switch off the TV. I always tell her, switch off the TV. You can binge watch on
Marketing
Netflix.
and
No
it's
issues.
increasing and it's like,
No news, no news.
oh,
Okay,
no,
बढ़ता जा रहा है. It is only scaring. Yes, but you have to be alert. You cannot be, like a fool sitting and, just getting all the online deliveries and not taking care of the sanitization. That is a big no. So I mean, it has to be now our daily routine, whatever we
part
do.
of it, yes.
Yes, and Malshri, we have reached, I think, 5:30.
Yeah, I would love listening to you, ma'am, but I don't know, but we really need to end it. But I would want, what I have felt during this lockdown period is that, ma'am, this is an incubation period. बच्चे सोच रहे हैं, parents सोच रहे हैं, and it is a period for creativity also. Lot of children are doing experimentations, hands-on activity, घर पे कर रहे हैं अपने आप. That's the best part of it. Because they're missing it in the school. In the middle school lab, you add vinegar, you add this, you do so many experiments. The people are, teachers are demonstrating them so much. But abhi ghar mein, whatever material they have, चाहे bottle का cap ही हो, कुछ भी हो. So I think it is the time that they can create things and do things, उनके पास बहुत time है. They can admire nature, they can, like ma'am said, they can watch sunrise, sunset, photography.
Yes,
a छोटा सा-
mindfulness.
Yes, and it's a beautiful, and fortunately the weather has been too good. तो इतना enjoyable scene रह रहा है अभी. They can enjoy nature. शुरू में स्कूल जा रहे भागते भागते, ना सनराइज दिख रहा है ना कुछ दिख रहा है, भाग रहे बस पकड़नी. This is the time to enjoy. They can watch a caterpillar, into a butterfly, transforming into a butterfly, a flower blossoming. So I think these are all hands-on activities and observation time. ये एक टाइम बच्चों को मिल गया, पेरेंट्स को भी मिल गया कि एक एक छोटी छोटी चीज को हम लोग, we are enjoying it. नहीं तो मॉल भाग रहे,
Malashri,
running, buying. Yeah, sure.
I scared the parents, in my initial orientation, and I told them, I said, just imagine that you have infected with corona. God forbid, but then just imagine, right? So you have only 20 days. How will you treat your family? And that really helped them, They were then in the best of behaviors. Everybody was like saying, ma'am, सब बहुत अच्छे से behave कर रहे हैं.
But मैं ना, I'll be very frank and honest with you. मैं तो थक जाती हूँ अच्छा behave करते करते भी. So I have to vent it out. So I think we can chit chat later, ma'am. बहुत ही मजा आया, really, and I'm seeing so many compliments that it has been a very enriching and fruitful, productive. I hope it was. बहुत ही अच्छा लगा मिलके, and such a beautiful, interaction we have had, open-hearted and open. I hope it will inspire all the children and the parents.
I would just say that अभी तो पंख खुले हैं, परवाज अभी बाकी है, हौसले बुलंद रखना, आगाज अभी बाकी है.
Yes, ma'am.
The journey has begun just now.
Yes, and
long way to go.
We'll win over it, definitely. Thank you so
God
much.
bless everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay,
And ma'am,
bye.
we will be sending you a YouTube link of the recording, so you can pass it on to your
Sure.
whoever. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, everybody.
God bless you all.
Thank you, Malashri. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
so
everybody.
much for being there.